I got feelings for you, and what are you gonna do about it? That's what I realized. Like, I really like you. So what are you gonna do about the fact that I really like you, sir? What's up, what's up, what's up? And welcome back to my channel. I'm still debating if I want that to be my intro. I feel like I just want to let that stick to TikTok and not follow me on YouTube. Maybe we'll come up with a better one. I don't know. But for right now, we're just gonna use that. Hopefully you guys like it. So today's video is gonna be a Q&A. I feel like it's long overdue. I feel like every month on Instagram I'm just like, oh, ask me some questions for Q&A, and I never do it. So today's the day. We're gonna do a short, cute Q&A. We're gonna get it over with, and I hope we get to know each other more. For everybody that's new here, hello. For everyone that's from Instagram, hello. From everyone that's from TikTok, hey besties. So I got these questions off Instagram. I had like a little poll. These are some really great questions I got. I'm not going to answer all of them. I'm going to answer a few. Some of them go in groups, so I'm just going to work in sections as I go. I'll answer the really good ones. And I'll try the best of my ability to answer these questions. Number one, I am not a marriage counselor because some of these questions have to do with marriage. I'm just going to speak on my own opinion. But yeah, let's just set some ground rules. Whatever I say is how I feel. And if you align with how I feel, I love that for you. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. So the first question is, no, before I answer a question, for anybody that's new here, my name is Ramla. I'm 23 years old, and yeah, let's just get the basics out of the way, and then now we'll jump into these questions. So the first question is, what made you want to start creating content? What made me want to start create content is, like, I feel like I always knew I wanted to create content. I just didn't know where to start. And for some of you that followed me from that specific video, I had a video blow up when I got married. It was like me singing Nicki Minaj. I will put that video somewhere in here so you guys can see it. For those of you that haven't seen it, I had that video blow up, and then at first I was very nervous. I was like, oh my god, like, what are these people gonna say? Because I wasn't the one that posted it. And then I read the comments, and everyone was so sweet, and like my family would always tell me, like, oh my god, like, I see you on social media, your vibe, your presence, your energy just gives social media. I knew I wanted to do it. That video blew up, and then I feel like I kind of just piggybacked off that video. I built my own platform, and then that's just how I started creating content. And I actually fell in love with it because everybody is so nice. And then once I realized, like, yeah, I don't want to work, this is what I want to do, jump ship and switch my gears into that. And that kind of leads into my second question, which was, what are your career plans and have they changed since starting influencing? My initial career plans was for me to become like a nurse. I want to be an ultrasound technician. I also want to be a nurse. And then I realized, like, before I got married, I was going to school for it. I realized, like, I'm the type of person, like, I'm very empathetic. I'm a feeler. I'm an overfeeler. If someone tells me they have a symptom, I'm going to go home thinking that I have that same thing that they have. Like, right now, if you told me you had a mole on your neck that was like growing on the inside and it was like a cyst and da-da-da, girl, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna start feeling around for the mole on my neck that's a cyst that's growing. And I realized, like, I don't want to work a job where I hear something in the office and then I'm bringing it home with me, because I dwell on a lot of stuff. And I also think it stems from my anxiety. I used to have really bad anxiety, and hearing about people's health problems or like you know, like issues, stuff like that, like, it would just like really mess with me. So I knew it wasn't a field that I wanted to be in, and then I started influencing. I fell in love, and this is just what I do full time. So it did change a lot, because at first I wanted to be a nurse, I wanted to be an ultrasound technician, I wanted to work in the healthcare field, and then fast forward to a year and a half later, and this is what I'm doing full time, and I love it. Another question that stems into that was, how do you balance? What's a great way to have a good work/life balance? I feel like a way to have a good work/life balance is, number one, for me, I'm always going to put my mental health first. So if anything's draining me, to the left, like, I cannot deal with it. Like, if I'm good initially on the inside, then I can work and do this and that. So I feel like always prioritizing my mental health and my well-being first, and then anything after that is a second. It should not be a first. Having a balance is being good with yourself, being good at work, having that little in between. That's what I feel like is a good balance. I hope that makes sense, because it makes sense up here, but I don't know if it's making sense out here. Now these all go together, so I'm gonna start answering this. When did I get married? I got married October 30th, the best day of my life. I got to marry the love of my life, spend the rest of the day with him. I mean, the rest of my life with him, inshallah. That's what the best day. That's when I got married. How was it moving out of your family's house? Moving out of my family's house was not hard at all. Like, I lived like right next to my mom, and me and my family, like, we prepared for this. Like, they already knew I was getting married and I was moving out. Like, I planned my wedding a year before. No, I was planning my wedding, yeah, a year before I moved out, I was planning my wedding. So everybody was just kind of used to, Autumn was about to move out, Autumn was this, that. And me and my family, we're very close. Me and my siblings are close as hell. So it wasn't hard. Like, they can come over here whenever they want. And if I want to go see my mom, I'll go drive down the road. I'm going to go see my mom. You know what I mean? So it wasn't hard at all. Like, obviously, they're not going to see me every morning. But I don't know if they want to see me every morning. So it didn't really matter. It wasn't bad at all. How did you and your husband meet? I just love this story so much. Me and my husband met through a mutual friend, and at first, what if I tell you, like, we were not looking for a relationship? We were like 16 at the time. Cute, hot stuff, y'all. When I tell y'all, like, we were going on a school trip. One of my friends was telling me, like, you and him, like, y'all are gonna be such a great couple. Like, I know it's gonna work out. I know that. And I'm just like, yeah, like, nobody's looking right now. Like, it's giving young, wild, and free right now. Like, I'm not looking for a relationship. And then we actually met on the school trip, and then we were talking, and I'm like, oh my god, this guy's actually really cool. Like, let's exchange information, whatever. We became really good friends. We were friends for like a year and a half, and then, like, we realized, like, I got feelings for you, and what are you gonna do about it? That's what I realized. Like, I really like you, so what are you gonna do about the fact that I really like you, sir? And initially, like, oh my god, when you have a best friend and you get starting to merge into like a relationship, and everybody's telling each other they got feelings for each other, you're like, oh my god, like, I don't want to ruin this friendship for a relationship. What if it doesn't work out? But screw that. That little voice in your head, pick her up and toss her to the left, Like, she needs to go, because follow your gut. And I'm glad I followed my gut. I didn't follow my brain, because she was talking about some girl, that's your best friend, you go mess up this, that. I don't care about none of that. You miss 95% of the chances you don't take. And look at me now, girl. I'm married to my best friend. Thank God. Alhamdulillah. So we're really good friends. And then, yeah, like, I said I got feelings for you, and he had feelings for me back. And that's just how we started dating. And now we're married. So listen to your heart. Don't listen to your brain, because she will tell you whatever she wants. She will drive you crazy. And then that leads into my second question. The second question was, how did you introduce your husband to your family? So my family, I told my mom, like kind of early on, like, hey, I'm talking to this guy. I don't know if it's anything serious. This is what it is. Da, da, da. And y'all, funny story, because me and my husband, our moms were friends growing up. We were both born in Minnesota. They were both neighbors. They were friends. I was one, he was one. We didn't really know each other, but our moms knew each other. Girl, life is crazy. I moved to Seattle. He moved to Seattle. Live on two different sides of the world. We met at a school trip. We come together, and my mom's like, hey, like, oh my god, like, this guy, great family, know his mom, love his mom. His mom's like, great girl, great family, love her. Like, how did you guys even find each other? Fate is fate, y'all. Like, what's for you will never miss you, because that's, who would have knew that my mom and her friend, their kids would end up getting married? Thank God. That's just what it was. So it wasn't hard introducing to my family. Like, our families knew each other, and it wasn't hard at all. Another question is, what's one thing you were not expecting for marriage, most surprising thing to you? Like I said, I've only been married for a year. I haven't had anything that's surprising or something that I wasn't expecting. Alhamdulillah, stuff has been smooth sailing right now. I don't want to jinx it. I'm happy with where I'm at right now. The only thing that surprised me is I used to love sleeping by myself. Now I cannot sleep without him. If he's not home, or if someone's not home, I cannot sleep by myself. That's the only thing that shocked me. Like, I used to love sleeping alone, sleeping in my own space, being in my own bubble. But now I just want to be up under his skin 24/7. Like, if he goes out the door, I want to go out the door. If he jumps out a window, I want to jump out the window. If he wants to sleep on the floor, I want to sleep on the floor. I cannot sleep without him. I can't breathe without him. I can't eat without him. That's just what my life has gotten to. Just kidding. Maybe not. If you could go back in time and give your younger self advice, what would it be? If I can go back in time and give my younger self some advice, is, girl, life is not that serious. Like, y'all, I used to have really bad anxiety. I would always dwell on the future. I wasn't focusing on the present. I was always telling myself, like, what am I going to do? What am I going to be? What is this? What is this? Am I going to do? Girl, like, I really used to dwell on the future so bad. If I can go back in time and give my younger self advice, is live for now. Stop thinking about the future. Whatever's for you won't miss you. Life is going to work itself out. Stop freaking yourself out about the unknown. It's unknown for a reason. And once I realized that, like, my anxiety went away completely. And I've been doing good ever since. What is the best piece of advice I ever got? This really just stems to what I was just talking about. The best piece of advice I got was, stop looking into the future. Focus on the present. fix your issues in the present, and then the future will work itself out. Everything will align itself. Stop worrying. And once I started like really, like, I would always hear that advice, but once I started receiving it, once you start to receive things, it's different. Once I started receiving that advice, I realized like life is not that serious. I shouldn't be like dwelling so hard on this, like, you know what I mean? And stuff has been, my life has been really great, alhamdulillah. Once I started to accept that, things have been great. I think I'm gonna answer one more question. What is it? Advice for young couples. By the way, I love the way you move. First of all, thank you so much. I love you, girl. My advice for young couples would be, early on in your relationship, establish some ground rules. Make a timeline. Tell yourself, I want to get married around this time. This is what I want. This is what I'm looking for. If a man is not aligning with what you want, hit the road. What another man won't do, what one man won't do, another man will. Never change for somebody. Never alter your you know what I mean? Like, don't change for a man. Don't alter yourself for a man. If he's not bringing anything to the table, if he's not an addition to your life, you shouldn't be holding on to that relationship. And it really just results back to, talk about what you want early on so you don't waste your time in a relationship. Like, that's like number one. Like, I see a lot now, like when it comes to like younger relationships or like early relationships, people tell them what they want, and then when it's time for them to execute things like marriage, you're like, whoa, pump the brakes. We didn't talk about this, I didn't do this. So no one gets confused on what the other wants. Establish your ground rules early, and always say what you want and never change for a man. Whatever a man brings to the table is addition. Thank you very much. And the last, I already said last question, but the last question to wrap this all up would be, I love your videos. They were very positive. Thank you so much. I love you. And how is the place you're at? That's the last one. I'll wrap it up with, how is the place that I'm at this given moment? I'm happy. I'm healthy. My family's happy and healthy. My friends are happy and healthy. So what more can I complain about? Alhamdulillah, I'm very happy, like I said. And yeah, like, I can't wait to see what the future has in store for me. But in this given present moment, I'm happy. Thank you for asking that. And that concludes our Q&A. I hope I answered the questions to the best of my ability. A lot of them had to do with makeup. I think I'll make like a separate get ready with me video for that, because it was like about what I use and how I do certain things. This was just like on a more personal note, so that's why I wanted to like get it out of the way. A makeup one, or like makeup questions, whatever you have, leave it down below, and then I'll make a separate video for that. But this was so much fun. I hope we could do more Q&As. I hope you guys have more questions to ask. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope I didn't talk your ear off. I hope y'all were just vibing with your little tea or whatever y'all had. But yeah, like, I will check back in, and hopefully our next video is a vlog, which will be next Sunday. I want to make my posting days like Sundays, so next Sunday's video will be like a full lengthy vlog. But I hope this was fun. I hope you guys had a great time. Bye. See you next time.